Bonsoir, mes amis. Grüße, meine Freunde. Hello, my friends. This is frENZOne of the Alliance for Loki. So I was just watching the incursion stream over with Seaton and figured out, come on, I just need to do some grinding anyway. So as we'll go on stream while I'm grinding away. Let me just quickly grab a link to my channel for Loki, and then off we go. It's a really cool stream. I watched Brian's last night. I actually watched his off the replay, and then I saw Seaton just now doing incursions, and it looked super cool. Very excited for the incursions to go live and do them with my dungeon partner named Unbekant. Assume almost everyone's still over there, but that's alright. As I said, just grinding away, so that's what do it live. Let me just show you the one thing I have been working on tonight. I know how many saw my video of the Thing fight, but I've been practicing. We'll see if I can pull it off here under the pressure of being on stream. Hello, Eric. How are you doing tonight? I hope everything's going well with you. So I've been battling this Thing with my 3-star Quake. I've really been trying to get it down. Actually, I have to sit to the side just because that's the way I've been fighting it. So let's see if I can pull it off. I think this is probably like the 30th battle ship or dual credit I've used tonight. I really want to be able to solo that Thing boss in AQ, and Spider-Gun was terrible for her. So let's see how this goes. See if I can press you. Dazzle used my Quake skills. Nope. Okay, I'll save by the Aftershock. I always do one less. Just really gotta figure out the ending combos. Problem is he gains power off your block. He has a kinetic reactor, so you really have to play him stun immune style. Oh. Yeah, I still have some work to do. It's so hard. It's just, it's just knowing whether he's throwing like a 2, 3, 4, 5 hit combo, sort of looking at his animations, trying to get your heavy charged and get evades. It's just a lot going on, but yeah, I'm going to keep on practicing. We'll see. It's alright, 55%. Hello, my friend. How you doing, dreaming? The man, the myth, the legend, soon to be legend. Hope everything's going well for you tonight. Back to the grind. Let's see if we can dupe this Terrax at 25 million. And, oh man, all my 6 stars are on cooldown already for Loki. Best with the help button. That should be our motto. We push the help button a lot. Though, what'd you think of that Quake play? Pretty nice, huh? So I want to start trying to take down that Thing boss. I really have an extra space on my team because Corvus more or less does all the work, and then Omega Red takes care of my other path. And so yeah, I have the luxury of bringing in a very boss specific champion. But yeah, we'll go try with this Quake. I hope it works out. I wish I could parry Thing, but I think he's, as Dap said, will gain too much power with a kinetic reactor. Hello, Man Falcon. Good morning to you. Bonjour. I'm doing well. I hope everything is going good in New Zealand for you. Just grinding away for Terrax. I got him once, might as well get him a second time, dupe him. As I said yesterday, working from home is great because it means I can sneak in. So if I do a big grind in the morning, do my 6 stars and my 5 stars, and then I can take a nice lunch break, do another pretty good grind, and then now I do one in the evening. And basically, whether I run all my 5 stars that I sort of want to, or my 6 stars, it's about 4.5 million a chunk. So, you running and learn Quake is likely as pigs flying. Oh man, dreaming. with a challenge like that, I'm gonna go for it. Yeah, I think, as I said, I used about 30 dual credits tonight, just on practicing my Quake versus Thing gameplay. Thankfully, Brett, I just almost called him Quake. Brett has Thing in his profile, rank 2, so it's good practice. Yeah, I don't know. It's just that's fun. It's just really a nerve-wracking technique. I don't know how Dap can do it so calmly. Dap has been a Quaker for forever. He just is one of the original Quakers, I imagine. So good at it. But he uses the double index finger technique, which is really crazy. Oh man, so many helps. Might take the rest of my life to get through all these helps. So our goal today is tonight 30 million. If we get 30 million tonight, we'll be in pretty good chance. Pretty good shape. Going for the 4-star, nice. First time grinding for a 4-star feature, don't count Star-Lord. Yeah, some people were thinking about Ghost Samantha against Thing. Yeah, I guess I don't know why he wouldn't work, because that protection's going to activate all the time. And so I guess I don't know if you're going to do a lot of damage. We could try a quick Ghost fight and just see what it's like. But yeah, have thought about it. I don't know. Somehow I feel like that's less likely to be good. But there's a couple of people in my line said that. But I mean, Quake would definitely do it. Absolutely wreck him. Let's go try one time. Let's go grab Brett's. Then we gotta get going in dungeons, just because if I wait too late, then if I wake up early, I can't get my 5 stars done. So let's grab Brett. There he is. Duel. Alright, let's try with a ghost. Try with a rank 3 ghost, because that's, I think, about the right level of difficulty. And just see what that's like. I was wondering if I had a rank 3 ghost. The answer is yes. So let's see. Let's see what happens. Okay, protection activated. Whoops, didn't mean to do that extra hit. And I gotta wait for the phase to act again. So it's gonna be a little bit nightmarish once he gets his charges, which he has now. One-hit combos with Ghost against Thing. Light attack when you have Furies and don't throw specials. Okay, let's try that again. With Ghost against Thing, light attacks when you have Furies and don't throw specials. Okay. One-hit combos. Yeah, let's try it. I feel like at some point, though, the rock stacks are going to catch up with you. I mean, I guess you just have to play smart around it, but I feel like it's one of those things I'm going to lose track of. Actually, I can grab some more dual credits. Might be out of dual credits. I definitely have used most of them. Fight. Oops, not fight. Alliance. Go find Brett. Okay, let's try the one-hit combo. See how those go. Well, I have Fury at the beginning, so should I light attack then? Oh, see, I wouldn't have been able to do that, intercept there. I would have gotten me killed. Yeah, just get his stacks up. I got to build his power, which is a pain. Okay, the stacks. Okay, I'm in phase, but I'll fall out of it. Wait till it starts again. Oh, yeah. Crushed. Could R5 Gwenpool or Crossbones, maybe Black Widow. Yeah, Black Widow might be alright. The problem is that, actually Black Widow might be okay. She's gonna, except I don't have an R5 Black Widow. I do have Gwenpool. I feel like the beginning of the fight's gonna take too long to build up her combos, potentially, because she won't turn them off until 50 hits. Yeah, Crossbones. There were some people suggesting that in our chat. I don't know, I still think Quake is better than all those, obviously. I think she can do it more, it's more straightforward to fight. Okay, but I gotta get going in arena. We gotta get this guy. So, okay, 25, we gotta get to 30 million today. That is the goal for the day. between what's his name, Arcus here and Silver Surfer out of a lot of bald silver men at the top of my lineup. Just go for the top one here. Yeah, Ghost seems pretty tricky. Like it's sort of straightforward for the first part of the fight, but yeah, then dancing around the rock stacks and the unstoppable and charge and the mesmerize. Oh, that's right, you'd only have to be able to do one-hit combos anyway because of mesmerize. That mesmerize is so nasty. I swear it what you call it, it procced like almost every time within like 5 hits. It definitely did not seem like 7% when I was fighting it today. When we hit 15 rock stacks. Okay, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, maybe she's not a bad option. That is true. We can give her a shot. We'll try her in a minute as a 3-star. Let's just do some of these grinds for a little bit though. Got to grind if I want to get this Terrax. The goal is, I feel like I'm actually doing better than I did on my first round. Maybe close to 60 million. That'd be pretty cool if we could get that much on the grind. Probably not too hard to do. So basically, as I said, my 5 stars and my 6 stars give me 4.5 million. So I have 5 5-stars, and what do you have? 9 times with the 5 stars and 5 times with the 6 stars. So that's 14 times total. So what's 14 times? Grab the calculator. 14 times 4.5. 14 times 4.5. So 63 million is what I can sort of target. I'm off by about 2 million just because I couldn't do a full grind today at lunch. Finally got through Act 5.31. Nice! Dr. Voodoo 4-star MVP. Oh, that's awesome though. Yeah, I used to love Dr. Voodoo. I remember when Seaton got him a long time ago from a featured crystal and then duped him. I mean, this is back in the days when 5-star shards did not come very frequently, and you had a 1 in 5 chance of pulling the featured character, and he pulled him twice. So I remember just basically for the next year, just watching Seaton play with Dr. Voodoo. He is a cool character, there's no doubt about it. And yeah, still very, very useful. Mine is only rank 4 just because, yeah, he sort of never quite made my top Mystic lineup. I mean, it was Magic and Symbiote Supreme and Ghost Rider. But he's always like the second one under consideration, I feel like, whenever I was ranking up Mystic champions. And then, of course, Doom came along and totally changed the game for Mystics. The new event quest starts tomorrow too, and so we'll get to finally see these new storms. Feels a little cheap that they're both like storms, but c'est la vie. Gonna go stream your first incursion? Oh, absolutely, Samantha. There's a person here in chat, or no, actually he's not in chat, but he's often in my stream. He's the only other Swiss player I know, a man named Unnamed Unbekannt. I think he's actually a younger kid. I think he's like 19 years old. He lives, I believe, over in the Zurich area, over in the German-speaking part of Switzerland. But we just started doing them together a long time ago, and he's always been my dungeon partner. And so he'll continue to be my excursion partner. We're already chatting some about them. But I always want to offer anyone who's in the stream, if they want to do incursions, then I'm always down for it. I feel like it's the least I can do in stream to support people who come and hang out with me. Oh no, I just wasn't even watching, and then I wasn't watching again. Let's just panic here with my SP2. Oh yeah, just got the reach. Yeah, I'm really psyched for incursions. They look super cool, just really, really fun. And yeah, we'll see how far I can go. Yeah, he's smart. Unnamed Unbekannt. He is definitely knows his stuff. It's that young brain, much more malleable. Yeah, he's a good man though. I feel like one day I'll end up meeting him in person. I mean, I'm in Zurich enough to meet up with him one day. Be fun. aside from the people from For Loki, I don't know if I've ever really met other MCOC players. You know, in Switzerland, I can't imagine there's too many. I mean, I just look at the sign-up sheet, and there's not a whole bunch. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe if I went to, I was thinking about going to Seaton's Meet in London, but then of course I got canceled, and so I don't know. We might never be able to have meetups again at this rate. Yeah, he is really knowledgeable about this game, and he plays really well too. I enjoy playing with him. I mean, his roster is about a quarter of mine, and he outplays me almost every time. So I forgot about the specials there. I was just mindlessly hitting away. Yeah, a gold pool. I would say a gold pool is awesome. Assumed you recovered from your Legends run there, Dreamin'? What? I mean, even though you did it really quick, it still would take a lot out of you. And I assume that 3-star Corvus is treating you well in Alliance Quest. A rank 5, still doing a pretty good job, but not nearly as cool as the rank 3. Yeah, Corvus I really want. So they're having all these featured crystals get recycled again. Dangerous if Captain Marvel movie, Human Torch, or Corvus comes around. I will definitely spend some money to try to dupe my 6 stars. Or I'd get Corvus in Corvus's case. It'd be pretty cool to get those, either Captain Marvel, more Captain Marvel. I'd want her more than Human Torch. And I'd want Corvus more than both of them. So I guess that means it goes Corvus, Captain Marvel, and then Human Torch. But any of the 3 would be amazing. And I bet it's going to come around again. I can just feel it. On a scale of Groot to Ghost, how jealous are you of your Corvus? Oh my god, definitely up at Ghost level. I would say, yeah, as high as it can get. That is how high it is. Yeah, he's definitely the one I want the most right now as far as champions goes. You know, Captain Marvel I like a lot, and if I could get her awakened, then that utility is really even extra cool. But yeah, they're not. Well, she's different. She's a little more sustainable than Corvus, and so she definitely has her advantages in that. You know, Corvus is such a quick champion, but if he can't kill them quickly, then he gets in trouble. But he's just an AQ god, which is really why I want him. And so just use him in AQ, and having the double Corvus would be amazing, because often I want one in AQ and one in Alliance War at the same time. So that would be a nice luxury, the double Corvus. And then, yeah, just like the character a lot. Everyone's jealous of your, of you. There it is. Yeah, I guess that's right. Yeah, man, Dreamin', you have just the best characters. I mean, I'm pretty happy with my rank 3s. I mean, between Thing, Nick Fury, Human Torch, and Ghost, and Captain Marvel movie, I mean, I certainly can't complain at all. I have like 5 of, I would say, potentially best champs in the game, in many ways, arguably. So yeah, I really need to play Thing a little more. I was wondering how Thing versus Thing would do in against the mini boss. It's so hard because you basically get one chance to fight against him, and that's it. And it's hard to simulate that node. I mean, that node is again pretty ugly. Yeah, I saw when you posted in chat about how Captain America Civil War did. Yeah, he evades a lot. I feel like he evades way too much. It's like every time. Like I thought I'd be able to get him down some with Aegon. I mean, I was just going to hit him to his block. Like I got the degen off, and so that was great. I was going to hit him to his block and just sort of build up his what you call it, his furies, not his furies, his death spores. But hitting to his block, he evaded stun me, and I was like, oh, well, that's ridiculous. And so somehow I didn't think it would, and then he just killed me instantly. But yeah, now we're going to practice a lot with Quake. and try to use her. It's about time to use Quake. It's too bad, even though you can stun him. I guess as Dap said, his power builds up too quick to go stun immune style. So, I mean, to not use stun immune style, which is too bad, because if you could parry him consistently, then of course it makes a much easier Quake fight. Like stun immune style is pretty tricky. Just gotta sort of memorize how the combos go, the 2, 3, 4 combos. That way I know when to like start charging my heavy again. It takes a lot of time doing that fight and watching all the patterns. And sometimes he makes the fight really easy when he's like sliding back a lot and like playing real passive. But if he plays aggressive, sometimes he'll do like a 3-hit combo, and then you think he's going to go back, but he doesn't. He launches right into like another combo, and that's usually big trouble when he does that. Because I'll be like not charging my heavy quick enough, or not realize he's not sliding backwards and just get absolutely beaten by him. But yeah, as I said, we will see. It would be something to try, and then I can keep on making videos. So yeah, Spider-Gwen, oh, she was terrible for the fight. Just so sad that he shrugs off her slow, and then yeah, just at the mercy of that evade, which I hate so much, that mesmerize node. And so yeah, someone's saying bring in She-Hulk. Pete wants to bring in She-Hulk. I mean, I guess the strategy is once you can hit him a few times, place her conservatively. Once you get to the special, it's going to be throwing that special a lot because he has special 1 bias. And then the special is easy to counterattack both with the slow debuff, but it means you're just doing heavy attacks after his after his special, and that's okay, but it's not going to do that much damage. And if you get back in the corner, or if you get unstoppable, then you're just in such big trouble. I feel like I've fought Annihilus so many times. I actually can play against him fairly well. Just gotta be on your intercepts, basically. Intercepts, or do the light counterattack, which works really well against him. And then special, I used to have more trouble avoiding it, just because it's a little awkward. Just because it has that kick. If you like dash back too early, he catches you with his double foot kick, and that is the end of you. Hey, well, minus 6-star Annihilus. That'd be a pretty cool champion. Man, both nights, last night and tonight, one of the developers, Kabam Tyler, I think, or maybe it was the other one, was really talking up Annihilus in excursions, and so I guess that'd be a good chance to play with him if he's fun there. So the points come in quick for a while, and then as the ranks go down, the points get slower and slower. But just running my rank 5s, I think it's about 2 million points, maybe even a little more. So we start right around 25 million, so we'll see once we finish them. Love the Fantastic Four team, and it's just Fantastic 3. But they have such nice synergies together. I always run them together. Need to rank up Invisible Woman. I have Reed as a 6-star rank 2. I don't have Invisible Woman. Was it you, Dreamin'? I think someone pulled him as a 6-star recently from one of their Alliance rewards. She's a pretty cool champion. Let's do it like this. As soon as we get Human Torch's heat up. No more phasing Ghost. Sometimes when I fight Ghost against like Nick Fury, I forget when he gets. I think it's only like 5 tactical charge, not factical charges. Then he doesn't miss anymore, and so I'll be like happy they're sitting there, phased, and then he'll just absolutely wreck me because I haven't realized he's got a high number of tactical charges. But now I've made that error enough. I think I remember most of the time. Let's fight. Who's the next fight? Cable. Cable is like one of my nemesis champions. I never like fighting him. I always have him in one of my Alliance Quest paths. Well, I often have him in one of my Alliance Quest paths. And I just have died too much. It's her, Sunspot dude, and Cyclops dude. Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah, it's great. Great pools. Oh man, that Sunspot dupe. You have such good prestige if you can get a tier 5 mutant catalyst. That would definitely be my Sunspot unduped. Yeah, I think he would be my choice, just maybe prestige-wise, and he's a pretty cool character. Be a little hard just because I'd rather do Omega, or if I had the 6 stones, Namor. Because Namor actually I think is a little more usable, and since I already have Human Torch as a rank 3, I don't really need another like Incinerate champion. So I guess, yeah, I don't know. It'd be hard. Aegon doesn't have very good prestige, but he is really cool. Yeah, I don't know. That'd be a hard choice to make. But now the only dupe when I have this ain't good is Domino. I'm not even sure if I would rank 3 her at this point. I think she's an awesome character. It's funny, actually she's a good defender, so I guess she's, I would say, well, I'll take that back. She's an alright defender. I feel like she's sort of been passed by a little bit, sort of like Blade. Like, she was an amazing character when she came out. For a long time, just a super crazy defender, but nowadays, yeah, not so much. I don't think she really has any particularly strong suits. I mean, she does a lot of damage. She has an amazing Trinity, the Flaming Trinity, and then she does pretty crazy damage with that Heavy and Incinerate. I mean, crazy damage. So she still has some use there, just like instant crazy damage. But yeah, comparatively to a lot of champions, she I don't know if she really gives that much. I do like her though. I think she's an awesome champion. I think she's cool. I love her abilities. I love the damage she does. I love her animations. I just love the way she has the lucky unlucky mechanic. I think that's also pretty ingenious. And so yeah, overall she is yeah, I still have a lot of love for her, but yeah, no. I mean, like, if I took her up, I would not be unhappy with her as a rank 3. Just like I already have Ghost and Captain Marvel movies, so I don't really need a high damage character. Yeah, the next character, that's why Namor actually I think would be my Namor or Omega Red. Namor maybe a little bit more just because of the prestige he brings along, but again, it's going to take me forever to get him to Sig 200. Speaking of Quake, let's see how well her Quake Fu works against this guy. I'm playing her so much now, it's like, oh, that's how well I play with her. I eat the heavy. Oh my god, and I just got killed. No! Got a little too casual there at the end. He's like, he's down 1%. Yep, rip. Lovely points. Would take me to 26 million. Hello, Mary. Welcome to the stream tonight. Yeah, pretty crazy Legends run. That was amazing. Amazing. It was fun to watch and hopefully fun to do. I can imagine it was. What kind of team should I bring in here? What an oddball team. Iceman, Man-Thing, and Aegon. Don't see these 3 guys running together too often. Or 2 guys and 1 thing. They have Man-Thing, they have Thing. I guess they need Woman-Thing now to have the, what you call it? Just like Bryn, yeah, I know, pretty much the same. Pretty much exactly the same there. Bryn is our Quake man in BG3. Though now we also have Dap, and Dap is no slouch at Quaking either. He just sent me over a video of the Thing fight with Quake. I've been analyzing and trying to emulate, and not really doing that great a job. So let me just kill this guy with my special. There it is, dead. Yeah, Quake, such a particular character to play, but oh man, she just gets around things like no one else does. So well worth the investment in trying to learn how to use her well. I do like Dap's double index finger technique though, and that's also what KT said. He uses his thumb and an index finger. Still in a two thumb technique, and maybe that's the problem. I just have to use more or different fingers. Whenever Bryn does. Let's see, are you closer to Pete in Ghost Skills or Bryn in, oh, definitely Pete in Ghost Skills. Like, I mean, I feel like I can play Ghost reasonably well. I'm certainly not a great Ghost player, but can play her. And she's easier to play, to be quite honest. Like, you know, if you have to play Quake just parry style, it's not that bad. The hard part if you have to play her stun immune. I'm not quite sure what the equivalent of difficulty for Ghost would be between those two. 7 pass? Oh man, B. Daniels, you better get on it. Time is a ticking, and what do you have, less than 24 hours? Yeah, I mean, uncollected. The rewards are still pretty good too, so always well worth doing, but 7 pass won't take you that long. Just take you like an hour or so. I'll run out of water here. To get some more. Okay, I just don't want to put 2 mutants together. It's like, it's got a lot of mutants in this part of my roster. Class advantages? Answer is no. Oh no, yeah. Iron Man, of course. Yeah, I do. I always sort of save those B. Daniels for when it's arena events. I mean, alliance events. So to get our minimum, or not that we're doing our minimums anymore, we sort of suspended them while everyone was like dealing with the world and its issues. But I'd always do them then, because if you did all of the last 2 quests, like the 3rd chapters in both, I guess it'd be like 3.1 and 3.2 of the monthly event quest, you would be able to basically make your minimum. So that's sort of what I all did. Oh, chapter 1 and chapter 2? Oh, okay, well that's easy. No, that just will take almost no time then. I find that I think everyone does event quest. Well, not everyone. Most people seem to do event quest. Like they go up to the end quests first. Like they do sort of completion run and then sort of work their way down. I'm always the opposite. I really like doing just in sequential order. So I'll do, you know, the first quest, second quest in chapter 1, and then the second and third quest, and then 4 and 5, or no, 1, 2, then 3, 4, then 5, 6. I always like doing it in that order. I just like building up to the harder content and getting all the easy one done. Actually, I have no idea why I do that. I just like doing things in order. I guess maybe it's the Swiss side of me that likes that. A little bit of lag there. Yeah, sometimes you can build up so many. So, doing crazy damage. Like as her binaries build up against Mystics, she takes damage. It's her one big weakness. She's terrible against Mystics. Yeah, those first paths go so quick though. Chapter 1 and chapter 2. Like sort of like the way you scale milestones for all the like daily events. It's like at first they scale so slow. Oh no, they scale really quick. Like you go 1, 2, 3, 4 in no time, but then afterwards just like slows down so much. It's like to get from 4 to 5, you practically have to do the same, if not more than 1 to 4. So very, I don't know what you call that, Dream, in logarithmic. It's a logarithmic scale. I don't know if that is correct or not, but I think it is. Oh yeah, time for some OP ghost play. Yeah, Mordo, perfect ghost victim. Don't have to worry about his silly parries or parrying him. And just like that, he's dead. Dead. Yeah, did you? Oh, yes, right. You tried a thing with Captain America Infinity War. I wonder who did so well against him today. So someone who beat him on the first boss. Is that Bryn or Dap? Probably Dap. I think Dap sent me the video of him quaking him. And then the second mini boss in AQ, I get to him usually before anyone else, just because it's only like Pete and I awake. Yeah, I keep my job hidden, man, Falcon. It's just one of those details I don't like to share. I guess I'm ultimately a little bit worried that someone at the business I work at would like find out. It'd be a little bit embarrassing, I'll be honest, if they knew I played this game so much. I don't know. Maybe I'm just overly sensitive. Like the other day, I was sitting down at work, and we were having lunch. And the other day being like a month ago now, because of course I'm just working from home like everyone else in the world. And one of the guys I work with had he just had on his phone, he was playing the like the Star Wars version of this game. It's like what's it called? Star Wars Game of Heroes or Contest of Heroes or Call of Heroes. I can't remember what it is. It has some clever like abbreviation like we use. I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. Like someone else who's my age in my same business plays game too. But I don't know. I still don't like to divulge that. So yeah. So I keep it, as we say in French, a secret. It's no. But it's nothing exciting. I mean, it's basically like a normal job in the world of Swissland. But it's good and gives me money, and I like it. So basically meets all the criteria that I could hope for. It is weird working from home though, I must say. I'm definitely not as productive at home. I would say I'm like 75% as productive. It's hard dealing with all of the distractions. You want everyone to know that half your salary in this game? Yeah, exactly, Samantha, exactly. I know, they'd be like, what? Yeah, I don't know. It's just, again, I don't think anyone would really care that much. I mean, I think they would give it like 1 second of thought to. They'd be like, oh, you do that? Okay. And that's it. But, yeah, I don't know. It's like still one of those things that, I guess I would say I would be embarrassed by it. I would be embarrassed by it. So hence the secrecy. Yeah, I mean, the money part. It's like I look in the world at people and their hobbies, and I would say, this one may be as expensive as some, but not as much as other ones. I mean, right now, well, that's not true. I would say I do enjoy biking, I do enjoy skiing and running, so I definitely do those, but I haven't needed to buy any new equipment for many, many years, and so that stuff is pretty inexpensive. Aside from buying my lift pass every year, which now Switzerland has this really cool thing called the Magic Pass, and it's about, I think it's maybe up to 30 different ski stations that allow you to get it all for one pass. It's really expensive, 600 francs, which is about 600 American dollars. So I just buy one of those every year, and I get amazing skiing all year long. Of course, now the ski stations are closed, so it does not make a difference, but you can still actually go up the slopes. You know, you can hike up with your skis on. It's called ski randonnée. It's super cool. Hello, Apex Predator. Welcome to the stream tonight. I assume some of you were over watching Sita and the Incursions. That was a really cool thing to watch. Just excited for that gameplay. Excited to hang out with Unnamed Unbekannt, and any of you who will want to play, we will definitely play. It's one of those things where, you know, a lot of people said, oh, Dungeons & Dragons is sort of getting old and stale, and yeah, I understand that. For me though, it was still lots of fun just because I always did them on stream. And so when you actually like talking with people in chat, and you know there's someone else, actually I'm named Unbekannt, I never got him on Skype, I should. That was always super fun, and so I enjoyed having dungeons all the time just because I got to play them on stream. Like I can imagine if you weren't playing them on stream, it wouldn't be half as fun, just because then you're just like sort of sitting silently playing, waiting for the other person to move. I mean, that's actually one of the things I love about streaming. Like everything about this game is more fun to do it while you stream. And so just interact with people. And then, it's also just sitting here and talking. It's like, to be honest, it's like, if not, I'm just sitting and playing this game in total silence. Hello, PBGA3. First time here? Well, welcome. Thank you for coming by. Bonsoir if you're French. Guten Abend if you're a German speaker. And if you're an English speaker, good evening. Those are the only 3 languages you'll get here. Unfortunately, I do not know more. You'd think I know Spanish. My father's lived in Chile for over a decade now, and I go there at least twice a year. But my Spanish is horrible. I think it is horrible in Spanish. Maybe that's French. No. Yeah, it's interesting looking at the number of views on my video. So I would say I've had a pretty good spike recently. Again, like working from home just gives me lots of time. So, I can make a quick video and it's great. So I'm just here working and I can upload it and sort of keep track of it. It's amazing, just the upload process. It just takes an hour to get it all uploaded, and just I don't know. I always feel like I want to be here as it uploads, just in case anything goes wrong. So, KT did. Well, that's nice of him. That's awesome. KT is my frenemy. I'm always trying to make fun of him, but fail miserably. But yeah, he's an amazing man, of course. I really need to figure out what is his nemesis country, so I can accidentally call him that. So like we have a guy from Romania in our alliance, Chileze, and we learned from him that that the Romanians really dislike being mixed up with the Hungarians. So of course, not me, but other people tease him all the time by calling him Hungarian. And of course, if you're Swiss, I'm half Swiss, then you're sort of an enemy. Your mortal enemy are the Austrians, just because we had so many wars with them. So the whole story of William Tell is really about the Austrian oppression of Switzerland, and that was the beginning of us overthrowing the Habsburg Empire, who was always trying to conquer us. And then the ones we sort of make fun of is the Belgians. Just because a lot of Belgians come in here to ski and to summer. A lot of Europe does. I don't know why we've settled on the Belgians, but if someone drives recklessly past you, you're always like, Belgium, or they're skiing poorly on the piste, you're like, it must be a Belgium. And so yeah, but it's not really that serious. It's just like the way countries like to make fun of each other. Dungeons with the random people is the worst. Going with 3, 5, 65 chance. Yeah, I have not done dungeons with random people too many times, I will be honest. And maybe the one time I did it, my experience was like that. Oh man, of course, almost killed me again. Jeez. Would I have a corvus phobia? I'd be about to sneeze. Excuse me. What did they say? What would they say? I don't know. So in French we say santé, in German of course Gesundheit. Actually Switzerland we say santé, the French say à vous souhait. Interesting, this French word is both how we toast, so instead of saying cheers we say santé, but we also say when we sneeze just means health. Funny that they would use both words, but I think that's very Swiss. They are, as opposed to using a whole long phrase like à vous souhait, like the French will, they're just very quick and easy. It's the same with our numbers. The French have the craziest numbers. What is there? 90. It's 90. It's basically 4 80. What is that? 4 20s and a 10, and that's how they say 90. We just say 90, which is, nerf is 90, and we just basically make it into the base 10, and yeah. It makes it so much easier than the crazy French way. So it's funny how Switzerland always is trying to trying to just be different. So in France, their main autoroutes are marked blue and their smaller roads are marked green. We do exactly the opposite. So our autobahns are green and our little small cantonal roads are blue. So I think, I mean, it has to be like an intentionally like made decision to do it like opposite of France. It would be pretty crazy if it was just coincidence. How many 565s? It's actually easier to tell you what I don't have on my roster. So I don't have Abomination, Electro, Doctor Strange, Longshot, and Thanos. And that might be it. So however many the most is, subtract those 5 and you have your answer. I definitely have a crazy, crazy collection. I mean, I've spent a lot of money on this account. I think I'm up to 73 6 stars, and then basically every 5 star minus a few of the harder to get ones. Like some of the ones you can only get for dungeon crystals or special crystals. And so I don't have those. And then sometimes the newer champions. But as you can see, I'm grinding for Terrax, pulled Mole Man from a featured crystal. And so if I get Terrax, I think I'll have all the new characters except for Longshot. Everyone's going crazy about Longshot. I think he's alright. I don't know if I have any. I don't think I would really enjoy playing him that much. It just seems too simple. It just basically does the same thing over and over again. It doesn't really have like anything interesting about him. Like Hyperion's interesting. Like he has a crazy power gain. He has all these different types of special attacks. You can spam the HP1. You can have the heavy. You can get the Furies. You can go SP3 style. We're just trying to like just use SP3, so not taking any recoil damage. I mean, that's like a fun champion to me. Same with like Darkhawk. I think he's really cool too. Dr. Voodoo. I mean, these are cool characters. Oh, how many 565s? Sorry. We can go count real quick. I'll tell you. A bunch is the answer. I would guess 23. Let's see how close I am. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 and some change. So 43 565s. Yeah, it's a pretty crazy amount. Let's back to the way resources are rolling in, and I often, well, I would say almost always, often might be a little bit too nice of a or too inaccurate of a descriptor. I often buy the deals, so anytime there's like tier 5 basic available, I'll buy it. Same with tier 2 alpha, so I definitely have lots of access to rank up. And playing him for Loki, I'm always getting good Alliance Quest rewards and good what's the other one? Alliance Quest rewards. Maybe I already said that. Alliance War rewards. And so yeah, it definitely allows you to rank up. It's a little bit like the rich get richer in this game. So of course, if you're in one of the top alliances, you get a lot of great rewards, and then of course, if you get a lot of great rewards, you can keep on ranking up characters, which means you can get more great rewards. And so it's definitely a self-feeding cycle. 43, you have 30. I know we were getting close for a while. Maybe it was 6 stars we were close on. We probably still aren't close on 6 stars. Maybe not. Maybe I'm pulling ahead. 30, have 21. Yeah, 21 still seems like so many to me. I still remember the days of my first rank 5, Stark Spider-Man. Only one in my alliance. I was in this was before seasons, so it was a map 6 alliance. I joined it just to get the fragments. Nice PP G83. You're on the dreaming level then. So, and I like to rank them up too. I feel like dreaming. Well, again, you don't buy as many deals as I do, so you're a little more particular on where you use your resources. But I don't know. I'm always ranking up champions like Mojo and Silver Surfer, and I don't know. I just enjoy them. You have 18? Nice. Again, even 18 to me sounds like a lot. I just remember those days where, you had like 1 or 2 or 3, and sort of lost track of the scale of the 5-star rosters these days. I mean, now the 6-star rosters are starting to take over too. I mean, of course, rank 5s are still a huge part of this game, a huge part of this game, but I have 0. but 6 R4s. Nice. That's all right, Mount Falcon. Again, this game, it doesn't matter. It's true, Jim. That's true. I do appreciate how at every moment you remind me of that. It's very sweet of you. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, Man Falcon. I mean, again, I think this game, I remember playing it when I couldn't get through Master of EndQuest. And I was like, oh, one day I'll get through them. It was just like fun working my way up and eventually getting through them with my like 4-star characters. And so, yeah, it's all good with this game. It is very scalable. You can play it wherever you are and have a great time doing it. And there'll be challenging content for you, and there will be something for you to do, and alliance for you to be in, people for you to play with. Oh. Ooh, I would not mind a 6-star hood. Tier 5 Cosmic. I don't have Corvus yet. Ooh, PP, yeah. He is my dream. And Dreamin' has him, so go figure. Yeah, I have a Tier 5 Cosmic Catalyst too, and that's exactly who I'm saving it for. Just waiting to pull that Corvus. I'll use my generic rank up gem on him and just keep him at Sig 1. I'm not too worried, he won't be part of my prestige. Did she fire his gun and he didn't evade back? That's so weird. Whew. She does some big damage. I like Elsa a lot. She's a cool character. If you could get her as a 6-star, if I was willing to spend 3,000 francs, she's back in the crystals right now. I think she'd be an interesting 6-star. Definitely have Aegon tabbed as my next rank 3 if I get another skill at some point. He's sort of like an easy, obvious choice. It's fine, I've been playing around with Squirrel Girl, so definitely like Squirrel Girl. But I like it takes a long time to build a roster. Yeah, no, it's true. I mean, I do like the slow play, because if you have too much too quick, it just gets out of control too fast and just get to the end too quickly. I do actually like Arena only because I get to use most of my champions. Like, I would never use Rogue, even though I think she's awesome, except for the fact that Arena exists. But one time where it's amazing nice to have a big roster is for grinds. Like, it's so good being able to do this nice feature grind without having to like go too crazy into it. I mean, I'm still playing a lot, but it's very doable. Video on Thing taking the final 10% of champion Hell Planet. Ooh, yeah, that is. That's where Dreamin'. I almost called him Thing. Where Dreamin' got his title as the Thing Master. So many people on our alliance were always asking him for help on that fight. And yeah, it's an amazing way of doing it. I actually wouldn't mind going back and trying that fight and seeing what it's like. I don't know. I don't think my Thing plays quite up to Dreamin' level yet, but now that I've been playing around with him more. Hate Arena, hate it. Yeah, for me, Arena, I don't know. It's like after I get home from work, I just want to relax. I actually don't like watching like movies or TV shows. I'd much rather just sit around and listen to a stream or be on stream and play some Arena. I mean, to me, that is just like more relaxing than watching the TV show. Today, I was just trying to conserve food, and I had some bananas going bad, so I looked up an online recipe and made banana bread. I think it came out alright. It tasted not so bad. That was today's big activity, was a little banana bread after work. That was great, actually. I finished my work. Actually, I finished a little earlier than I should have. Went for a nice run, even though it's cold here. I don't know if it got above freezing today. I think it was like -2 or 3. It was cold outside, but it's sunny at least. Took a nice run, came home, mushed up a bunch of very black bananas, and then man, banana bread is so easy. It's like 7 ingredients. And you just throw it in the oven for an hour and done. Yeah, we're doing all right. To be honest, PP, we have a lot of cases. I think we have, I don't know what the last count is. We're somewhere in the thousands, like maybe 5,000, 6,000. Haven't had too many deaths. My friend who is a nurse and she works down in the hospital down in the Val Chablais, which has the really huge like regional hospital. She actually says they're not too busy. Switzerland is lucky. Even though we have a lot of cases, we're generally a pretty fit population. People are in good shape. We're not very dense. Like, we don't really have. I mean, Zurich's a pretty big city, but even Zurich is not dense. We don't have any like tall buildings. It's not like massive number of people. It's pretty spread out, and same with Geneva and all the other bigger cities. I mean, like our big cities probably, maybe Zurich would make the top 10 in Italy, but maybe not. So I think that helps a lot because we're able to like social distance, and Swiss people themselves are pretty private, and we don't really mingle that much, so it works out. So I got to reset the game. I'm definitely stuck, and so overall, I feel like we're fortunate that we have not had to worry too much about it. I mean, we worry about it. I mean, everything's closed. The airport's closed. All non-essential businesses are closed. It's not like it hasn't affected us, but it hasn't totally shut us down. Wow, Samantha. I know. It's funny how predictable it is. Well, not funny. It's noticeable how predictable it is. It's like a country be like, oh, we're doing well, and we went through the exact same thing. Like Italy was going crazy, and for a while we were in Switzerland. We had like 3 cases, 7 cases, 10 cases, and then it absolutely exploded. And like the next day we had like 50, then 100, and then 300, and then over 1,000. I mean, it's just incredible how it grows. I mean, of course, that's what the virus does. It has that exponential growth at the start, and really just absolutely can take over a country. Well, thanks, BP. I hope you're safe too wherever you are. It's really interesting times. I mean, never in my lifetime. I mean, I've told people on the stream before, I do like vaguely remember in the early 70s when I was growing up, the oil crisis, when they like stopped producing oil, and it was a big effect. I just remember that same sort of sense of panic and like I wouldn't call it isolation, but sort of when you like put yourself in a bomb shelter. I don't know what the right word is. You shelter yourself, I guess is the right word. And so I feel like I have that same feeling now with what's going on. But it's hopefully we can all weather it well, and everything will be good. Mexico, that's awesome. The only 2 places I've been in Mexico. So I was a rock climber for a long time. So there's a really good climbing area outside of El Paso, Texas. So I'd always go over to Juarez, which I hear is the worst place ever in Mexico. That's in the Chihuahua province. And then I was on vacation in Los Cabos, which to me felt like I was more in the United States than in Mexico. But it was pretty nice, to say the least. So that's all I've done in Mexico. You had a first case in New Zealand. Oh man, that's too bad. But I mean, the southern hemisphere, like I was talking to my dad in Chile, and he said, it's not too bad there now, though. Like all the other countries, for a while they had like 0 cases, but now they're starting to get more and more. Yeah, incredible times, just incredible times. And so in many ways, it is nice to be able to have a game like this that, again, connects me to people in the world, like all you people here in chat, and also, just the world of virtual isolation, it's nice to be able to have like a social outlet, it's like this. It should slow down soon, the effect of the government lockdown. Interesting. I would have thought you'd closed all non-essential businesses. Yeah, I would say Switzerland was like sort of average. I don't think we acted quite aggressively enough, but we were pretty quick. I think it's easy to be optimistic. You're like, oh, that's not affecting us. And we were like that a little bit, even though like we're watching Italy right to our south. But then once it started happening here, it was like, boom, like 2 days, everything was like pretty much closed down except for, the needed businesses. Yeah, it's true, I know. I mean, Boris got it. That's definitely a sign that things need to get changed. We've been warned our 4-week lockdowns like to be extended. Is it moving? Yeah, that's true. I mean, you're heading more into the winter months. Yeah, we had a really bad flu season. I feel like everyone at work at some point got the flu. I was really sick for like a week and a half too. I mean, I don't think it was the coronavirus, but it definitely was like legitimately sick. And then everyone else at work, I think it just went through our entire office. And like at any one point during the winter, like probably 20% of people were homesick. But luckily, it seems like all my coworkers are in pretty good shape. There's one person who was really sick, and she actually went to the hospital fearing it might be the virus, but she got there and they actually gave her the test, and it turned out it wasn't. It was just an illness, and so that's good. But she's the only person I've heard of who's we've been worried about. Oh, forgot to hit into his unblockable. Not so smart. Oh my god, he's just pounding me now. Oh no, I'm against the wall. It's big trouble. Oh, and they parry-stunned me. This fight's not going good. And he parry-stunned me again. Let's see if we can just do a lot of damage off the block. Whew. Way to go, Massacre. Way to go. Staying open, bars, restaurants, and clothing stores are closed. Private businesses are operating. Still taking with 30 minutes exercises. Okay, limit once a day. Yeah, that's the one thing we have allowed here in Switzerland is you can still go exercise, which is nice. I mean, again, it's much different. Like I'm sure in a city like London, where you it's hard to like not jog in a crowd just because of course there's so many people there. But like here in Switzerland, I mean, in my little mountain village, like I went running for a day, and yeah, there's plenty of people out walking, but maybe every like 5 minutes I'd pass a person, but I could easily stay 2 meters away from them, and so it's not so bad. But yeah, without the exercise, if I just had to stay in my chalet all day, I would go mad, absolutely mad. So I'm thankful we can get out and bike. The government, I can't remember exactly what they've said about like things like skiing, backcountry skiing, or rock climbing. I would feel guilty doing those right now. Not that biking is always the safest thing in the world, but certainly if I was out backcountry skiing and got hurt and had to call in a rescue, just using resources to come rescue me, like it's one thing. I wouldn't feel so guilty if it was like during a normal time, but considering that we're all trying to stay safe, I definitely would feel a little funny about having to be rescued out of a crevasse on a glacier I was skiing in the middle of a time of crisis. I'm sure, well, it depends. If I was on the French part, they probably would not admonish me too much. If I was on the German-speaking part, oh man, the German-speaking Swiss, they love to admonish. But yeah, it's I feel like also part of it too is just staying healthy yourself. Yeah, I saw that. I was reading the news and was seeing like pictures of that in Samantha. People like just in mass packs. I mean, here it's like, again, like I'm just seeing people out riding their bikes. Like this weekend when we were out riding, I certainly passed a fair number of people, but there's no more. I think there's one group of 3 I saw, but they weren't like packed together. They're just riding together. Again, I think they're plenty well apart, but it's interesting people's reactions. You see everywhere from like people who seem totally unconcerned about it to people who are hyper concerned. Like I saw, of course the young male adult population of our town. The other day I was out running. There's like 6 of them just all hanging out together, smoking cigarettes and just hanging out like young people do. And I was like, man, these kids aren't socially isolated, but they probably, I don't know. They of course have that young person mentality. And in this case, I might be right. They might be more immune and resistant than we are anyway. But yeah, I have another friend who he's like, I'm locking myself down. I don't think he's left his apartment, maybe to shop and that's it. But he is definitely, he and his girlfriend have absolutely decided they are not going anywhere near anyone else. No. Yeah, it's a little strange. Like, of course, you hear so much, and I do know of one person who's had it, but I mean, for the vast majority of the people, it actually doesn't affect them. But of course, they see and hear about all the effect all over the place, and yeah, it's just a little strange to have it affect everyone so much. And of course, for most people, they probably don't think too much about it. Well, no, I guess that's the wrong way to say it. It just doesn't affect them directly, I guess, for a lot of people, and so then it's hard to know how to react to it. Because of course, if you're in the hospital and you saw 50 people on ventilators, struggling to breathe, you would, I'm sure, have a much different perception than, if you're someone like me who hasn't really seen anyone with it and it's just been, trapped in his little Swiss village and is just working at home and riding his bike and playing his video game. I mean, yeah, it's a much different world for me. I do, one of my friends, she's volunteering in a hospital, and I feel a little guilty. I probably should do that more. I don't know. The problem is the hospital is a good enough drive away. I don't know if I'm going to be driving that far all the time. I'm trying not to drive too much. I guess I treat it more seriously than most. I like to just stay in my village. I don't want to go anywhere. It's I don't want to take trips or do anything like that. Or, I don't know. Just stay here and wait it out. No, it's absolutely true, Samantha. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, exactly. Because if one of them gets it, you're right. They'll just go bring it right to their elders, and then it's big trouble. But yeah, I know. Of course, they don't recognize that or think about that as much. They're very what's the word? They're very kid-like. But again, I think for the most part, as I walk around my village, I think we're doing a good job. I would say, overall, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would bet we're a solid 8 as far as the seriousness we're treating it. And yeah, we'll see what happens. It's sort of a strange waiting game too. I mean, actually, I haven't really looked lately at our statistics, but we were far from over from dealing with it. There's no doubt about that. But as I said, in some ways, it's it's just made life different and interesting. I think everyone's been a little more tranquil and trying to connect more with families. Been trying to WhatsApp video call with my sister who lives in the States, and my mom who lives in the States, and my dad who lives in Chile. And so, I'm definitely checking in with them more regularly, see what they're doing. And so on that part, it's been a good change in some of my habits. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see what is on the other end of this pandemic. If we're going to change our lives dramatically, and really, I don't know, maybe tourism will cease to exist or not cease to exist, but just be a lot less. It should be really hard for Switzerland. I mean, we're such a tourist country. Yeah, that's sort of what I think too, PP. I think, especially in the States, as I watch the news there, I mean, it's such a big country, and of course it hits places like New York City first, but then at some point it'll get to the really small states, or the states in the middle of the country too, and then countries that aren't affected yet. I can imagine. I haven't heard much news out of Mexico, and I know, as my father said, down in Chile, I mean, they're slow too, but of course they're heading towards the winter, just like Man Falcon is. And so yeah, all those things are going to be part of this whole picture. Maybe 30 million was too much. Oh, I feel like I'm losing steam. It's 23:43 here. Yeah, it's probably soon time to quit for the night. Let's go to 28 million. That'll be the goal for the night. A little short of 30. I don't know if 30 is realistic when we start at 25. Yeah, 4.5 million if I do them all, but that's don't think it's in the cards tonight. Need to move a space and alliance quest. Just because I have energy, maybe I'll do that after this fight. So I've already done all my fights I need to do for the night, and then I'll wake up in the morning. So most of Fort Loki is in the United States, so they would do sections 1 and 2. I more or less do section 1 and then sleep through almost all of section 2, and luckily my path I can clear right at the very end, right before they go to sleep, and then I oftentimes will finish up section 2. Was doing a lot of boss killing, but I don't know, this thing now is not so, yeah, this thing's not so easy, which I'm with Quake. And then after that, yeah, I go move really quick in section 3, since again I'm awake before everyone else is, so I like to clear it quick. That way everyone can do their moves without having to wait for the middle links to come down, and those are the first ones that need to come down. The government's keeping it quiet. Okay. Yeah, I was wondering, it's interesting how some governments have sort of decided not to really publish it. And I mean, I can see their reasoning because it looks good for their country and they don't want to panic, but to me it just seems foolish not to be honest and open with it, with everyone. So, but yeah, I hope everyone is going to be okay in your country. But yeah, as I said, it's like that. It's been like that in every country. It's like, oh, everyone feels like, oh, we missed it, and it's not going to be so bad, and then at some point it hits, and then it just explodes, and it's been everything. People gonna go local. Yeah, I know. That's I don't know. I mean, I guess I could understand that reason, but I don't think it's a good one. I don't think it works, to be honest. It just makes things worse ultimately. It's sort of hard to decide if you're better off in a small village or a big city. Big city, you definitely are a lot more susceptible to it, but at least you have all the facilities, of course. But of course, in Italy, all their facilities just got overwhelmed. On the small mountain towns, you definitely are more isolated and they're able to isolate. But of course, if something happens to you, the medical care is farther away. Oh, it's always this last million. That seems to take forever. As I get the lower ranked champions, they're definitely not as good with bringing in the points as the other ones are. And so it's 23:46 now. I'm about to go to sleep. I usually wake up, or I do wake up at 6, just so I can move an alliance quest. I like to get the presents. Oh man, sounds no good. I can't remember. I knew your president not so long ago, but I can't remember. So lost track of who he is. Yeah, Switzerland. I can't remember if we still have we sort of have a president, but he's very what's the word? So we have from our parliament, we have an executive council. It's of 7 people, and they basically take a turn each year being president, just to have someone who will greet other presidents when they come to our country. So it's not really that important a role at all. Yeah, that's what I think too, man. Falcon. I'm actually pretty psyched to be living in a small village. I mean, my village has 3,000 people in it, and again, it feels pretty secure. And we're up on top of a mountain too, so it makes it easy to avoid the rest of the world. But again, if we get it, then it won't be so great. We have had one known case. I mean, we might have 20 cases or 50 cases, and just people are asymptomatic or haven't shown or haven't reacted enough to it to go to the hospital. But yeah, that's the only one we know about it. Yeah, I was in New York for New York Comic Con. Oh my God. I mean, it's been a long time, maybe like 20 years since I've been in New York City. And I was like, whoa, it's such an incredibly dense place. It really like felt like being in a like in a science fiction movie. I mean, it's just so many people all over the place, and just like no trees or anything like that. And it's just density. It's just so dense. I don't think I've ever been in a place so dense in my life. And yeah, and so of course, boy, if you have like a virus, oh man, it's just hard to like avoid not being exposed to it, just because between subways and all the people and all the places that so many people are at, yeah, it's just really challenging. Meanwhile, Cable's fighting Red Skull. Red Skull, yeah, I love his little hop, the way he just hops around. Such an elegant little hop. It's too happy for him. It's great having you here, PPG83. You're welcome back anytime. I usually try to stream about this time every night. Came on a little later just because I wanted to wait till season was done, but 21:30 Central Europe time is my goal, and so yeah, great seeing you. Stay safe, stay well for you, your friends, and your family. And yeah, myself, I'm almost finished. Just gonna get to the end of this grind. So 28 million, that's pretty good. That's probably gonna be about the same score I put last time. I feel like I'm about halfway done. And then I will be at this about the same place. I can always just miss the very end of his SP1. I gotta spend some more time learn how to dodge that thing. Because yeah, of course, if he can consistently dodge his SP1, he's not so hard to fight against. If he can't, it can get ugly really quick. Someone just posted a funny picture in our For Loki chat. It's like someone dressed like Where's Waldo being escorted by police, and the caption is "We got him." There's always funny pictures being posted. Let's go take me 28 million. I hope so. It's like always at the end, I'm ready to be done. And that's the problem with these grinds. They can and do take forever. But it'd be awesome to dupe my Terrax, just so I have a dupe Terrax for whatever reason I can think of. I'm sort of thinking of him as a defensive character, just because I think he might be. He has that power gain, he has that rock shield. I mean, he has enough nasty things on that he might make a reasonable defender. He's indestructible for a little bit, so he just seems like he's all about defense. Oh, this might be my last round. You know, when the likes have equaled the viewers, it's probably time to stop. It should be like the what you call it, the rule of streaming. What we going on? Not too long. And Wasp doing her thing. How close are we? Okay, we gotta do one more series, and then we'll be at 28 million. And that'll be a good place. And yep, wake up, do 5 stars, do my 6 stars, and then that'll be set for the day. Oh no, totally missed the please killer, no. Totally missed the the special. Right into our block. Okay, one more round. He gets to 20 mil. We start at 25, yes, I'm gonna leave about 1.5 million points out tonight, just because I won't again do the full grind, but that's okay. It's still, I think, on track to get like 55 million is what I put up last time. If I could do the same this time, that would be pretty much perfect. I can't imagine he's gonna go for more than 55 million. Though he went surprisingly high. If 54 million was a cutoff, I think this would be less because I think more people are at work. Though a lot of people do have free time, so that's usually the rationale. And also, I don't know, I just Somehow I feel like everyone would be like, oh, he's not that good champion. Why am I going to bother putting up 55 million? Hopefully. It's always such a funny game, Arena and Scores. It's like a crazy guessing game. I think only once I've ever missed it. That may not be true. I haven't really grinded for. Is that true? I can't remember what the last character I grinded for. Was it Mojo? It was Mojo. Yeah, I knew he'd be a good defender, so I went ahead and grinded for him. That wasn't such a bad grind. Again, I think I put up like 56 million. He went for high 40s, so you got him fairly easily. Final fight. Hooray, hooray. And then we got to move on Alliance Quest. We'll see if there's anyone to raid. Lately, there's been a few people, but a couple of nights when no one else was on the ball. Okay. I guess it's maybe an odd hour where people aren't really off work in the States. And people are, of course, going to bed here. Okay, let's go do it for tonight. Let's just see, is there anyone to raid? Let's go to YouTube. See if anyone else is live right now. Answer is, I Like Skills is on. So I'll just put the link to his channel here. And so if you're in here and want to jump over, here's the link. Looks like he's doing the same thing I am, just playing Arena, which is what there is to do. And just make it in there. If you do happen to go over there and you want to hashtag frENZOne, I'll just let him know you came from here, which is always appreciated. And yeah, well, thank you all. There's a lot of talk about the virus tonight. That's fine. It's what there is to talk about. It's actually good to talk about it with people from all over the place. And as I said, for PP, I hope everyone else here is going to be safe and healthy, and same for their friends, same for their family. I should be back on tomorrow night. I'll probably come on a little more early, 21:30. You too, Dreamin'. Take care of yourself. Give California my love. So this is Enzo Eigen of the Alliance for Loki, wishing everyone a bonsoir, gute Nacht, and good evening. Bye-bye. Oh, sorry, DJ, you did. I'm just leaving now.